So we're out here about 16 nautical miles from Destin's East Pass, deploying a 64-foot tugboat in about 120 feet of water.
That's Alex Fogg, Coastal Resource Manager of Fort Walton Beach, Destin. The tugboat sank in a dramatic display of crashing waves, and Fogg was pleased to see it stick the landing.
Come on, buddy, do what you do. It went outstanding. We left the pass around 6:30, 7 o'clock. We got on site around 9:30 or so, and this puppy was down probably before 11 o'clock. So nice early day. We're doing some dives now, checking to see how it landed. Oh, that's going to be perfect.
Fogg and his team of divers went down right after the boat to ensure that it landed correctly, retrieve camera equipment, and map out the reef's location in relevance to other reefs at the site.
Diver just came up and said it did land upright.
The artificial reef that was deployed had a long history and has even assisted in other reef projects.
So the vessel that we deployed today was actually constructed back in the 1940s. It was a tugboat that did a lot of different duties, running the different rivers, moving actually other artificial reefs offshore.
The tugboat also features a sculpture of a mermaid holding a staff affixed to its main deck, created by local diver and artist Megan Powell. For Powell, this was a full circle moment.
Oh, that was just the best day ever. It was better than I thought it was going to be. She looks perfect down there.
Powell created this statue as a tribute to her husband after his passing following a battle with ALS. She and her husband, Stephen Powell, would dive every weekend to sites just like the one her statue now decorates.
And then seeing my statue on the wreck was just phenomenal. I tried to put a word to it the other day, and I think I came down to just really satisfying that it's just done, and she's beautiful.
The addition of the tug and the new sculpture has turned this site into an attractive location for divers and sea life alike. According to Fogg, the height of the new vessel will attract desirable species of fish.
We actually have 2 other wrecks here already. They've been here for about a year now, and there's already a lot of life. We're just adding to it, giving a little more vertical relief to attract some of those more pelagic species of fish, like your amberjacks and your cobia.
Fogg sees sites like these as critical, considering that there are relatively few natural reefs along the Okaloosa coast.
We really lack the natural habitat, so a lot of the limestone or the coral, like other locations have. So deploying a shipwreck, deploying concrete or other reef material is really, really important.
In order to ensure the vessel is safe for deployment and won't add pollutants to the environment, it must undergo a long series of modifications, tests, and inspections.
It really depends. Each vessel is a little bit different. It depends on the age. So if that vessel was constructed before the 1970s or even the 1980s, it may be made up of things that are not environmentally friendly. So we have to mitigate for that by removing it and testing to make sure that everything's okay before we deploy it. We also need to remove all the wood, all of the plastics, all the rubber, pretty much anything but the metal itself. So the process can sometimes take more than 6 months.
Okaloosa also recently received the green light for some exciting future deployments.
Over the last couple of years, we've been very active in deploying artificial reefs. Most of those have been modules, a couple small vessels, but most recently we got a 5-year plan approved to deploy some really large vessels. So we have a couple smaller vessels coming down the pipes, but we're pursuing 2 190-foot research vessels from Louisiana, which we hope to sink in the next year, which will be fantastic.
Okaloosa is hoping to deploy even more artificial reefs in the future, both to provide critical habitat for sea life and to attract adventure-seeking divers.
Because we have great diving here, really good visibility, really quick access to deeper water if you want that. It's just we lacked a lot of those artificial reefs. So we're trying to create more locations, more attractive locations for people to dive. So, we're really going to build that industry here.
To find out more information about current reef locations and future deployments, visit this story on our website, WUWF.org. For WUWF News, I'm Sarah Jane Brock.